Super X, EDG. EDG, those protagonists of the Valorant story, looking to write that second chapter. Their theory on Haven is really odd.
Yeah, we're seeing it now. There's going to be definite questions about how the map pool is going to be tested for EDG, despite the fact that they are more experienced in best of fives. They've been in tons of them regionally. 19-4 all time, I believe, is the record. Spike, though, catching our first contact. The stun's going to be a little bit better here. Spike! Oh, he's just tearing them apart. Door slam shut. Garage is off. Limits entirely. It's up to Smoggy and Jenny. Contact plays here. You're going to have to look for a couple of kills to go their way.
It's about the best idea they could have gone for. Boombot to make it feel like they're coming through that C garage entrance and looking to sneak into window. Pressure's going to be on blows here, but he's good with the Sheriff usually.
His form has usually been quite good, at least that last game, and already head ripped off. They know where Smoggy is now. Tapping away, whittling him to pieces. And a pistol around here for Leviathan.
And that's an example of LEV's trap play setups that they're going to have on defense so often. They are a very tactic-driven team. They've got a bait and switch setup. Somebody breaks that first Trailblazer, and Kang just doesn't think for a moment that Spike is here.
One enemy remaining.
It looks like it's just a solo player in garage. Not the case at all.
Now listen. Pauses.
Oh, not at all. I'd take that
not
too.
at all, yeah, preferably. Preferably, but getting back into it now. It's obviously Ikaran here for EDG. It's a map that they have had struggles on. They're already showing signs that they are chopping and changing it up. Kang is on the Neon now instead of the Waylay that they were opting into.
Yeah, when we were watching that game against Foot, we were asking them to see the theory. It didn't exist.
There we go. Neon's holding down the ground. Nobody, what is that? Hold on, leaping straight in. Right click's doing a decent amount of job to stun with a connection, but Neon! Oh, it's filthy, man.
This guy is a menace.
No slip in form.
Rookie of the Year, standout player to me. We're only just over halfway through the year. And he didn't even arrive at the very beginning of it.
No.
They had to play the first couple weeks of kickoff without him because he hadn't even turned 18 yet.
One enemy remaining.
A phenom. Can do it on every agent you put him on.
Yeah, he's been worth the wait.
That works.
Gone from strength to strength, and they've been putting him on a multitude of roles too. He's been having to do it. Basically all here, but EDG finally with some rifles in their hands. Get to see what they can do with some real firepower.
There's two judges on the other side though. Spike and King. Gonna be threats. King loves playing close to the smoke. This is gonna test EDG's ideas, their ways of being able to get through these difficult spots.
So he's all the way forward here. King, though, is going to be cut up onto the angle, but now the judge in hand. Hold on. Oh! Spike! He's going for even more, man! Relentless!
Chichu was panicked there, but he gets the job done in the end, and they cut out blows, leaving it down to Neon in a 1v3. Only a Sheriff, 8 bullets in the Headhunter to supplement. It was chaotic, but EDG came through.
The off-angle of Jenny is watching for the guns. Knew exactly what the game plan would be.
The way that they dealt with King is what made the difference to me. King's holding close inside of this smoke, and you get the Neon sliding through, and then Jenny spamming in.
Yeah.
So Kang just happy to put his body on the line. Man, Shishu would have felt a little bit silly if he'd lost that. Oh, hello.
Hey, up.
Another tech pause.
No.
Broken leg.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. I think it's an important element, though, that EDG were able to get past that. Lev. Okay, here we go. Shock darts early. A little bit of chip damage here. Hearing a lot of noise cues now. Be getting attacked up, so Blows is going to have to retreat back and away. But he's being squeezed here on either side. There's no safety. There's a starting, potentially get dead at the anchor position that could be played for. All up and over, though, but he's going to be vacating. Evacuating out now, the A site open. EDG can go for this plant down, but a sight line over towards Heaven. Neon, he's hunting for it. Might catch a glimpse of Smoggy before he's even ready for it. And there it is, top of the box. Drops back, and it's a shot that does go wide, and Smoggy punishes the bullet to the dome.
Great shot.
Certainly is. His post-plant position starts.
Oh, he missed the slide.
Hey, up. Might need to be dealt with here. Sada's already taken out Smoggy. Dangerous tidings, but now they're going to be funneling all the way out. Still ready for it. EDG very well versed in terms of how to play this one. You understand how LEV want to play their retakes, flooding out of heaven?
Well, they also just messed up the retake pathing entirely. I mean, Neon misses the first shot and Smoggy hits a great counter. That's all excellent. But then Spike is supposed to land on the window ledge and slide through to default inside that smoke that King's prepared. You see the retake from these teams all the time, and Spike doesn't jump up on the ledge.
Yeah.
And so he just slides inside heaven. They completely cooked the retake that they were going for. And EDG get a freebie. That's a great shot, though.
Yeah, there it is.
There he is, sliding around.
Out. My out. Where is it?
EDG will feel pretty confident about going and hitting the A site if that's the level of LEV's retakes. I think they can work together some floods as well, though, mix things up.
Yeah.
But without the Omen in the composition and no paranoia, it is a little bit more difficult to play the A retake in such an explosive way. And speaking of which, Smoggy wants that C ult orb, which is going to allow LEV to control A lobby. But Smoggy really wants this to get his showstopper online. If you're running Raze on Haven, you've got to be trying to use the ults to secure rounds.
Got to be, now the pressure's going to be on again. This split attempt all the way through Garage. Conceding control of it. King realizing you're going to have to give that one up. On the way in, Sanos running back. It's going to be popped now, looking to see if he can set the mark and really set the pace of where his team could lay down some ground. But now we're going to see just the one kill before he's eventually sent back, return to the body, but still a player advantage for LEV into this retake drone. Spotting out into the back, and it's going to be broken. Gearing up now, LEV, you can see them biding their time, waiting it out. Stopping around at a weaponry. They're going to be offering up for the overdrive now. It's gliding to the side. Close and quarter positions being played. Sado just with the 3 before the trade is there. And now just Chichu. He's left alone. 1v2. Hoping, hunting for signs of those live. Just a player to walk straight back into the crosshair placement. Star's going to be layered down, but he needs to earn a kill or 2. Neon! Just spams down onto the line.
He's so good coming in and cleaning up those spots as the rest of the LEV make space for him. Great work from Spike and Sado in this round, clearing the path. And this pick could not have been better. Smoggy, for whatever reason, did not pick up the freest ult orb of all time down C long. Maybe just wanted to hit the perfect timing with the C split. But because he did that, didn't have a showstopper to counter the Phoenix ult with and just had to sit on an angle and take a duel. Nevertheless, he'll be coming into the next one. And he's only got a stinger, which seems pretty clear to me that he's going to be entrying with the showstopper instead.
He's not going to be too worried.
Neon's going to look to pick him off before he even gets a chance. High ground angle with the tour de force.
There it is. Flash is going to be dodged. Oh my goodness, Smoggy, how has he brought down Sato in the midst of all of this?
I think he's just gone for a flash.
Just out of double doors. Spam down, out of Seekers as well. Going to be putting out a pretty clear pitch over towards the seaside. Just a 1 moving towards it, and it's pointed over towards Garage. It's going to give peace of mind to EDG. They can make their way forwards, and critically at that, they've saved the showstopper. But King, hold on. Catching timing onto this, anticipating. Jenny just trying to activate at the wrong time.
Yeah, I don't know what Jenny was doing on that timing. Smoggy, though, should be enormous in holding on to this post plant.
Surely you got a thing with a showstopper, and there it is. It's finally
what a great bait.
Loose. Yeah, just with the fast lane brought up. Baits out the refight. Oh my!
That's so clean.
Protocols are nice, but a trademark layered down. A slow field is going to be causing a bit of concern. Still now gliding to the side. Timing and trading needs to be intact, and LEV was never in doubt. Usually going to be perfect for this squad. Fired up. And they are raring to go. This is a squad that has not slowed down from the Swiss stage to now. They found that hot form.
The C retake ideas are beautiful. And Sato stuck around for a bit too long. But then the way that they bait out that showstopper, and Neon's on an angle where he can not only get the punish, but also escape even if he misses the shot. It is a perfect setup to bait a Raze ult, which you never see on Haven.
No. These ideas that LEV are cooking on the fly. Zero hesitancy. They already know what the right play is to make.
This looks like Blowers is going to be set up in a position to use his Hunter's Fury.
There it is.
If there is contact.
Sailing overhead, there's plenty of players outside A lobby. Spike.
There it is.
Posted up, and there it is. Tags up on the multiple of them! Oh! Decimated! And dragged down to the grave. It's all up to Kung Kung. 45 health, though. Not much to work with. Spike not even reclaimed. Spotting out what his players might be, but this is a net that is slowly encroaching, and there it is, 5-2. No breathing room. Leviathan are not allowing anything at all.
That tactic, Brent, is so sick. It utilizes the Astra pullback star. As they send in the recon, instead of full smoke, this one's a pullback. All of EDG are hiding inside of it, and so then the recon hits a full 5 players. A beautiful way of maximizing the value of that Hunter's Fury. Another set round, another tactic from the playbook, another reason why LEV are massively favored on this first map.
That is the bread and butter of Leviathan. It's what paved the way for plenty of wins for them.
The pressure is on LEV to actually look great in map 1, because this is the most favored they're going to be on any map in the pool.
It's definitely true. The pace of play that they took to Vitality in that game the other day was just lights out. Seeing a similar start here. King, again, he's going to be pressured here, especially by Kang on the Neon. He's straight in there. Finally punching, knocking down the IGL. King going to be taking the back seat from this one. Sado with a flash up towards the top. That is a beautiful connection. Smoggy being cleaned up. Oh no, what is this? They waited out. The onus being on the EDG, and the game just comes to them. Leviathan. Now, 1v3 for nobody. Ice it away, he's looking to see if he can square up and find himself just a 1v1 fight with a drone. Makes it even less likely. Position scouted, it's a nasty shot to begin. But Blows is good for the trade.
And LEV showcase their variance in tempo. This one not a set retake. They don't want to allow EDG time to fall off the site because King is dead. That means no smokes for the retake. Instead, they flood, they pop. Sado's there. Sado and Spike push forwards. Chichu feels desperate to make a play. And Jenny, how many times have we seen him just wander into garage without his gun even out? EDG don't have a great grip on this. Even if the first idea works, the depth is really showing for LEV in map 1. It's going to be a half buy for EDG. The win con is that they get those big entries coming out from Kang and then extra aggression that individuals somehow power forward.
Tough going though so far for EDG. We knew this was going to be a potential question. Seeker's going to be used once more, pretty rapidly at that. Molly though stunts any sort of push. Ground to be gained over towards garage. Now we're going to see it. Kang is going to be leading all the way forward now. Applying that pressure, but King this time not evacuating. This time standing his ground. 3 kills. Plenty of time being poured out. The flank defense with reinforcements arriving to help out the Monarch.
And King planting those heads on a spike. A visceral warning, do not hit this site again. It doesn't matter if they have to play C retake, a flood, or if King is anchoring. They've just got it locked down. There is no entry to his domain. EDG are going to have to mix things up. These C-site execs are not working. Going over and pressuring A. That was how they found that nice round.
They haven't really looked at it either. Not since LEV slapped them down with a Hunter's Fury. A cheeky set play here. Blows again, though. He's going to be feeling that heat. Deep flash, healing back. He does have the peace of mind of at least having that trip, but now that deep TP. Chichu hard committing now up towards that heaven angle. Cuts this one up. Blows nose to retreat.
They've broken the trip behind and pulled Jenny's attention.
They're very aware. Still, Chichu, to find a kill here would be absolutely everything, but just trying to exit cleanly. He's barely there, but a Cosmic Divide now going to be cutting this one up. It will force the issue for EDG. Everybody has to play uptight onto the site. Not ideal positions in terms of the post plan. We're going to see that flash forwards along with the fast lane. This time it glides, and this time not ready at all. Spike with 2 eviscerated at a moment's notice. Moving forwards, spotting them out. It's spun through the smoke. Pinpoint accuracy off that mini-map. Leviathan out of their seats.
That's how they drew it up. A failure of the execution last time, but here, even Chichu's paranoia could not stop Spike. He's in like a rocket, hops on that ledge, slide into the smoke, and honestly, it's like EDG had no idea what the game plan was. It's the most common way for Neons to be able to retake on the A site, and I think you're just seeing EDG are out of their depth on Haven.
They're drowning right now.
Quick feet, quick.
No signs of a lifeline. Only consolation being that this is a best of 5. It's early days. EDG will have chances to respond. Deep play happening over towards mid. LEV are going to be conceding a bit of that space early on, though. EDG, again, they set the sights towards garage control. Recurring name of the game for them. Stun no on the back of that util, and Spike, well, he's not slowing down, is he? Whoa! God almighty, Neon!
One enemy remaining.
It's not giving him a chance!
How has he hit that?
It's just absurd.
Oh my god! I mean, the miss on the first op shot.
The immediate snap to the side. Kang. What can you do from a spot like this? 1v3, but already Sado on that line. 9-2. One more round left to play for in this half.
EDG's idea in this round was to try to lure them in. Lure them into the mid push, see if you can fight them.
Oh!
Even in slow-mo, that's going to look ridiculous.
That's filthy.
God, he's good. EDG forced up to try to make something happen in the previous round. They've got that max loss bonus. I think that's obvious. They're down 7 in a row. Last chance to do anything on the attack half. Smoggy finally has that ult back up again. What is the purpose of this comp? We still haven't seen the ideas from EDG. They start to take some grass control. Trailblazer. And Neon, he's smoked off with the up right now. Really weird place for him to be playing.
We're seeing it, gearing up potentially for the exec into B. He's just biding his time, waiting for it, and there it is. Lane's going to be propped up. Trip still needs to be dealt with, though. That's going to be triggering. They don't get onto it in time. Slowing them down, and barely an angle, window of opportunity for Neon to potentially strike.
Smoggy's ultimate has got to counteract the Leviathan retake, but LEV have been so good at faking the retake, drawing it out, and then hitting the punish.
Very patient so far. Scattered to the winds the Leviathan players are. Now we can see the overdrive popped off, and that's triggering the showstopper immediately. Bits and pieces, signs of util. Stun's going to be ricocheting off into the corner. And there's a connection. Nobody didn't have a choice.
And the Raze ult wasted again.
Move forwards now. Leon, he's just holding this one close, tight as anything, but now that smoking reveals the hand. Last 2 players now noted. Spammed and sprayed down Leviathan. Oh! In complete control. Almost beginning to end.
This opening map pick of Haven has set Leviathan up with some phenomenal confidence. These players have been relishing the big stage, but had it been any other map in the pool, we would see a much more competitive opening. But the fact that they get to open on their most one-sided affair, aura farming.
Really is. Basking in it. The roar of the crowd. It's an unreal start here.
But at the moment, this map is probably not where that begins. Down 10-2, Leviathan just having fun out there.
They really
absolutely outclassing them.
Not feeling the nerves, the pressure of the stage whatsoever. Not as strong as the beginning as you could hope, and they're not too overzealous with it. They've shown good signs that they can temper in the middle of these rounds. Take pauses in the right places. Just like moments like this. Happy to contact all the way up, and now, as soon as the cam's going to be spotting it, that's when the util flies forwards. Jenny, again, you're going to be tasked with one hell of a job here. There's no help coming, none at all. You're going to have to anchor against the might of Leviathan, and a Serpent waiting to gobble you up. Chip down, just one smoke to play around, and reinforcements finally arriving. This is it. Signs of life here from EDG, starting to float all the way back in, but they got to find some kills. Where that came from, straight through the smoke, calling it coordination. It's good and online right now for EDG. Still forwards, lining up these players, chip down to the middle end. Oh! How does it go so wrong?
The pack of EDG, whittled down, chipped down, showing the toes in the dark at the end. And LEV, this first map, absolutely dominant. Jenny, unfortunately, does not look comfortable here.
One enemy remaining.
Completely overwhelmed by the defensive util. Shishu forced to throw that smoke for him to try to anchor around. An acute idea, but they're not even going for the force. They're down in a spot where they're giving their opponent 10 opportunities to close things out.
And it's walking, wading straight out into the open, risky business. EDG. Hang in particular, I mean, you're going to feel like him as an individual potentially having to step up and be the hero for his team.
To be honest, though, I think, again, thoughts for them will almost already be on Pearl.
Yeah.
It's a BO5. You have so many more opportunities to come back into it. The amount of mental effort it would take to run this one back, the 1 in a billion scenario in which it happens, it's much more likely that you just focus all of your energy and your efforts on these later maps in the series.
It certainly would be. LEV are a difficult team to take out.
Especially if you give them such a boost of confidence early like this. There weren't even rounds that really rattled the cage.
No. I mean, look at instances like this. LEV are so far in a lead. A lot of teams are taking the foot off the gas a little bit. They start making mistakes, but you forget that this is an owner team.
Oh, yeah.
And despite the fact that you've got 4 young players, they have a distilled level of discipline, honed in. Sato hands it off the gun from earlier, I believe, so he's just going hunting, see if he can build up the ult. Still thinking about a long con, how they can close out the game, despite the fact that they are up 11 rounds, about to be 12. And they are just toying with it at the end, aren't they? Every shot going wide.
I mean, just as we were talking about them playing optimally.
It's making me eat my words.
Which, I mean, mostly they do. I think you've got a great point. It feels like every time someone goes up against LEV, they try to put the pressure on and see if they crumble, see if they crack. But they do have discipline beyond their years. But there, I mean, you're 12-2 up, a little 360. Who's that hurting? Who's it hurting?
Yeah, it's quite telling, I think, that you have one last time out for EDG. It's not being taken.
Exactly.
They're thinking ahead to Pearl.
Yeah. You don't get to save the timeout for Pearl, but
no,
you get to save your mortal hours on the Earth, I suppose. EDG, they have swapped around their defensive setups. Jenny was getting bullied on C last time we saw them play Haven against Foot. Now he's moved his setups over towards A in these 2 big rounds that matter on defense. LEV are not working with much here either. But anytime you've got Neon on Chamber, he doesn't need a gun. You've already seen that shot earlier, blasting away nobody.
There's a Phenom just with the Headhunter. Nobody. Potentially left guessing in terms of where these players could be. Only sort of one.
Again, not rushing things. Looking to work the map. King, he can be quite a methodical caller when he doesn't have a set strat that he wants to run. Flash gets negative info as Neon tucks away from it over towards A. Would be a good timing to return back into the A pot, but King doesn't fancy it. Leading the troops over towards a B finish instead. And EDG just have no information.
No. Makes sense. Vietnam trying to play towards the strengths of their weaponry. Wide face here, Smoggy. He's gearing up, he's trying to really square up, and he has at least claimed the 1 life. Spike going down, but a big reveal onto the back. Smoggy in a bit of trouble, but it's a bait and switch. Neon, all of that pressure, all of that noise, he's heard it. Scurrying in the footsteps, and he's got full space and control over towards A. Calling for the movements. 17 seconds left. Setup needs to be broken. Doesn't look like there's any real pushback here. King's being left as an insert as well. Reclearance, tepid here, but still. Life claimed.
Good idea from EDG.
Now we'll see. Not favored at all, LEV here. 3v5, don't really have the guns to work with either. Bit of spam does hit the mark. Heal online on the back pocket, and steady hand and steady aim from blows. Not good enough to see if we can claim any kills. Close quarters action, just without Hunter rattling off the bullets. But EDG, they survive another round.
Fending off a fairly weak bonus from LEV. 9 more chances to convert here on Haven. Smoggy going for a very aggressive approach to that. Looking to take the game into his own hands. If there were to hit the 1 in a billion, it would come from ridiculous individual moments. That, undeniable. But with Sato having a Phoenix ultimate in his back pocket here, ready for round 16. Could all be over in the blink of an eye.
Neon with that attack side up. Exactly right. They've got the ult, they've got the gear.
And Neon, nobody does not have the help of Jenny anymore.
Oh, it's a deep flash, but I don't think it connected. He's going to take a peek.
Crazy play.
Crouching down. Seen him do this one in China. He's walking all the way up. Hold on, he's found it. Perfect opportunity. So nobody play for sure, but he's managed to find the goods, but potential to be punished here. Depends how deep he realizes these players may be. It's Sato already on it. A site now, there's what they're taking, but King's going to be plucked out of the picture. That was mid-Astro form. There's no smokes now to play around. You're going to see that offloaded early, but it's a walking one at that. Sato is not looking to give anything away. Creeping up onto the line, a bit of denial with a plan just from that nade. Sato's all the way forwards, war prone out, but he's not got anything from it. It's good discipline. And a punish on the spike, one step further. Blows. Does get a kill on the Smoggy, but a 2v3. Sheer shots down. Blows already got to step up to all of it. There was a chance.
But EDG prevail. Another situation where they catch LEV in some uncomfortable positions, going for the solo playmaking. Nobody with quite a nice idea here, actually, against the way that these chamber teams like to control a lobby. Good understanding of the angles. Then, of course, you get that push down mid from Kung. Catches King. And you see the reaction there. Jump scared in the astral form.
Yeah.
10 chances down to 8. And LEV on an eco.
Half armor. Kung tagged up though. He does have that outlaw. Could feast here, absolutely. With Neon going down. It's a good first kill, but still pressure now mounting. Coming out through garage. We're gonna see Jenny attempting to help him outside. Swinging by Smoggy right there. Where it counts. That is a cleaned, almost clean sweep, just to one player falling. EDG stunting and stopping a bit of the momentum.
And starting to build up a bit of confidence of their own. These players getting the feel of the game now. We've been waiting for Kung to come online at London. He's had his moments, he's had his rounds, but he hasn't had a match yet where he has just taken over. And he is completely capable of it. Always has been. Every version of EDG that's turned up to these events.
Out there.
And
he's going to take his op over towards A-Long with Jenny in behind.
Significant chance, but a slide to the side, just dodging a bullet. Okay. Worse for the wear as a result of it, but it has forced a pause into the step of the nobody. This is just...
He's wild.
What is going on? Seeker's not even pointing out the complete picture. He's barely out of there.
He is one of my favorite players to watch.
There's no one quite like him. Self-blind, all good.
He's walking down C-Long.
Yeah. I mean, caution to the wind at this point. You realize you have to take it one round at a time, and why not? But Neon getting the grips of it. Style of play of EDG.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to make hero plays because they're getting outmatched pound for pound in terms of the ideas, their teamwork. But nobody goes a little too far there, and that puts even more pressure on the rest of the pack. If Smoggy gets a kill, though, Showstopper online, there are chances. But surely LEV should be able to close this out.
Deploying drone.
Player advantage now, 40 seconds. Drone not broken. Chichu's going to be spotted out there, and that forces the paranoia out early. 34. Not much time to work with at all. LEV are just seeing if they can cut noise entirely, but now making their moves over towards this B site. Spike in the back pocket of Blows. Going to get down and get that plan online. And watch for King. Jenny being caught again on this wrap is a massive advantage now, and LEV surely should be sailing away into Pearl. Deep push, Sato not punished. Spike's got his back. Smoggy, he's got to do it all. It would have to be a 1v5. One for the ult, but he's not even being given the opportunity of a kill. Stun is good with the connection. Ult's online, but that wrap around from Neon. Wraps it all up, sends us all the way to Pearl.
Absolute dominance from LEV. The most one-sided map
of the past, where they were able to lift trophies over Leviathan. Already one map up, and as the desk was mentioning, Pearl, Americas is a region, no slouches at it.
And it actually used to be EDG's permaban. Only started playing it very late on in VCT China. LEV want to try to take this fight early mid if EDG are going for it. EDG do like to go for this mid default quite a lot. And Neon's posted on an angle where
walking
may get a freebie.
Yeah. There's a rendezvous to play around.
He is full walking up here. Creeping into mid.
Nobody poking, trying to see if he can pull players up and around because EDG are going in a different direction. Slow take towards A main.
It's a risky position for Neon, but he's just relying on his fast reactions to get him out, and it's helping his team figure out the defensive setup. They're going to be over here, especially if the trip doesn't get broken. Blows is going to have help and a recon.
Seeing the stars lay it down, now that's going to be signaling quite a lot. The flashes sent by forwards. Kankang is all the way into that smoke, but guess what? Players are already home. The reveal is massive. Molly doing quite a bit of work there. Sato is going to be burned to cinders. It brings into a 3v3, and EDG don't want anything to do with the A hit.
Full rotate. Miles away from this mid avenue. Usually rotates like this all the way from A main to B main are a bit too slow. But here,
7 seconds.
Yeah, just setting up a faster avenue, or rather a more open avenue to get into the site, but King could play spoiler to all of this.
Hard committed onto this line. He's worried about the lane control that they've lost this entire time, but now he's going to be hearing the footsteps still. Nobody catches it now, jumping round to the corner.
Great job.
Claimed. It is beautiful. Great work by Chichu. Blows though,
no way.
See if he can deny this one. He's walked all the way in. That's a plant, stops, but does not survive in time. Barely there under control, but EDG, they get a pistol round.
Incredibly important. They get on the board early. Nice idea as well from Kankan, get deep inside of that. He almost caught both of the duelists with util in their hands. But the combination of that trip and recon ended up being a bit too much. And nobody putting himself in the lurk position. Instead of calling his teammates back through into him in B-Link, they wrap around.
Already a much stronger beginning, but this is a Leviathan trap play that they like to run. We've seen this one before many a time. Up towards the B angle, the wall is deep here, but the first shot just goes wide, but the flash even better. These players don't have a clue. Kong! Just with a bulldog, swipes them all away and swats them all down at Neon. Trying to do any sort of work he can, but the shots ring out. They missed the mark.
Somehow Kankai's still alive in the midst of all of this. And blows the last one, trapped in back halls. EDG with guns trained and a jump peek to finish it. What a double from Kankan, just as things were starting to run away from EDG. That flash absolutely caught them, and yet he spins around, deletes those two players to relieve the pressure. They need him to perform here on Pearl. If you're going to be running the Jet on this map, you best be hoping the Jet is going to feast.
Bonus round here for EDG. A lot of danger to it. Managed to bring a lot of the Bulldogs forwards, one of the rifles. They've been playing a very cautious game so far on their attack. Never very all in. Contacting as much as they possibly can, but as the Prowler is going to be broken, flash around the corner. Tight connection there, still running all the way forwards. This is nobody basically taking point. This guy's running with util out into his hands. Of dragging a dash though into the back, blows, accounts for it. Little shot in the dark there, straight into the smoke. It does remove Kong Kong. Calling again for the rotations. Chichu finding all this space over towards B.
Again, it's quite a nice pattern from Kong Kong, even though it doesn't work. He jumps onto Neon's rendezvous, which stops Neon from being able to commit to a different position. King having a wander, stepping forwards, taking that risk, even though they're in a player advantage with rifles.
I just spotted one player, that's a spike drop down. Has to be reclaimed here by Jenny.
He can let the spike be recovered in this spot. A 4v2 retake on B is more than enough of an advantage for LEV to be able to convert. Jenny and Chishu would have to pull out something ridiculous to get this bonus round win.
Dropping it around here. Jenny with the gun. He's going to be guarding Chichu's back. That will be down, you're right. They're going to have to do something ridiculous here. A lot is asked of Jenny consistently on this squad. He is the danger man. He's the one with the bulldog. The molly is good, pushing them back and away. LEV usually going to be disciplined here. The util going to be raining out, waiting, biding the time. Hold on, the reposition is good. Spike chopped down, taken out by the bulldog, and an upgrade. It's going to be reclaimed. Jenny ISO in his fights beautifully. Still, Chichu has fallen. There's still a 1v2. It's all going to be on Jenny now. Dodging the flash. Nice fight taken. Tap onto the defuse. Kings hoping to see if he can pull him way out.
Come now, come
King with the composure wins the round out.
It's a great try from Jenny, though. Way better than what he was able to do on Haven. He just looks so much more comfortable on every other map in the pool. He's been massive for EDG. And he's just made that bonus round very expensive for Leviathan to deal with. Considering that was a 4v2, and they knew exactly where both of the EDG players were going to be as the spike went down. Jenny did such a good job there of slipping into the fast lane and making himself a problem.
He really did.
He's put them all on light armor, blows with the Guardian, Neon just working with a Headhunter. He's actually done a great job for EDG to keep this momentum going.
Here for round 4. Similar start once more. No noise at all here until they walk all the way up. Loose here with a flash. You're going to be caught with that util. Now you can see ults coming out. Okay, Neon, he's got that Headhunter shot. Peels all the way back though, that Nightfall. Scatters. It's going to be denying a lot of the sound cues. A bit of spam randomly into the corner. Neon does his best, but eventually traded out. Kong now inserts himself into that pit position.
Ask for help. Nobody's required.
Does indeed. Now we're going to see it. Saddle. Turn of the tide, looking to see if he can make his own mark. Able to run it back forwards. It is visually taken out, but not before. Nobody goes down. 2v3 now. Chichu, Smoggy. Smoggy with that cut up close position over towards default. He's hoping he won't be cleared, unaccounted for. Slight misstep and mistake. The molly sails up and over, but time's starting to tick. Here in the jump up, and that is a beautiful kill to be found. 1v1 now, brought to once more. King denied! A second chance at the clutch. So Chichu.
They're going to need Chichu to stand solid. That duo of Chichu and Jenny have been, I think, the two most important pillars for the run that EDG have put together so far in London. And in back-to-back rounds, they are both required to both do the damage and then convert. And this is going to destroy Leviathan's hold of the economy and start out EDG with some great momentum. Their theory looks a lot better. Their ideas of the way that LEV are playing look a lot better. And they're scrapping through in these close scenarios.
Exactly the opening we needed to see from EDG. Getting battered on Haven. They're answering back nicely in their own way.
Even the maps that EDG are marginally favored on, LEV are still good. Like the map pool advantage, you've heard the devs talk about it. It does just seem a bit deeper from LEV, but if EDG can come out with some strong performances in crucial rounds like we've seen so far on Pearl, it'll give them a lot of confidence to be able to perform, be able to win. Their game against PaperX, it just felt like they were never down, never out.
No. It's an unbelievable level of resilience being shown by EDG.
They know that they're good for it. They've done it before. There's a level of self-belief when you know that you are capable rather than just believe that you are capable. And both of these teams are in very different positions.
30 seconds left.
See an open A site here. It's going to be a plant down with no problems. Deep control over towards backside. It's taken up.
These post-plant
Spike
positions
planted.
are something that Mini was critical of on Haven. I think the theory is going to be a lot better on Pearl. You see them get into this deep setup over towards Secret.
Where are you?
Nobody, again, the loose player that gets to float around.
Yeah. Spawning signs alive now, but that stun's going to be a connection, and the flash is even better. Hold on, Spike was the danger player. Gun is reclaimed. Sanado eventually brought down into that 1v3. Potential chances with the damage done, but EDG, they maintain it and take that 4-1 lead in this map.
Another round coming up that's going to be critical. But LEV finally have money to be able to work with. All of the damage that has been done on EDG's bonus, that was the one round that LEV came away with, but it was a 1v1 clutch. Now Neon gets to pick up his operator. Players starting to get close to big ultimates as well. This Cosmic Divide's going to put pressure on EDG's post plants. But it's the op they have to get through first.
Neon is posted. Close here. The Haunt is going to be dealt with here. Now already the angle onto that perfect line. So Justin takes Jenny straight out of the picture.
Good way of dealing with that Phoenix wall. Saw that coming out from Global Esports. Here comes Chichu on alert.
And okay, I mean, straight from the trademark, straight to the dome. He's able to transfer that beautifully. Sada's taken out, but blows with an ultimate just to reciprocate up through mid. Third advantage still there for them, but a backside position now accounted for. King. The lateral down, just spotting barely the head, and that's more than a haircut. Neon finally meets his match. 2v2 still. It's explosive as anything. Nobody going for that wider face. Hold on, he hears a drone. He's trying to take a timing. It's pure insanity. Cancelled out, blows knows it's occurring. Now the stun and now the kill. Found EDG. Making magic of these moments. Finding a way forwards, and now the discipline reigns itself. Doubled up together, not willing to let this one slip at all.
Great trade towards the end. Nobody has been so important in these situations by just playing this loose, carefree style.
Yeah.
He's willing to throw chaos into the rounds, and he's more practiced in it. He'll pull you into the mud. And he's not worried about getting filthy.
That's really uncomfortable territory.
LEV are going to take a tech timeout here to try to wonder how they can adjust their setups to stop this chaos from happening. A 2-1 win where EDG came out on top, and LEV ended up kind of fizzling out of the tournament despite being favorites.
Sent straight back to the lower bracket final and losing out there. King would love a chance to return that favor. Seeing all in here by LEV when they're on their eco. What do you turn that mean? That's a lot of respect by EDG. Oh! Decapitated, Blade Storm in hand. Kangang's not stopping there. He's not slowing down at all. Finding every target like a heat-seeking missile.
If you allow Kang to wake up in this game, it could be all over before you even realize it.
Last player standing.
Neon taken out. Last one found towards the back, but that trade is instantaneous.
He was keeping up on Haven. Even though it was a 13-5, he had about a 1 KD. It's not bad, but it was nothing to write home about. Here, that kill onto Spike just crushes any chance for LEV to make a counterplay. It's a light by round, and the Neon ult is, it's everything for him. Jenny's still got a really nice ultimate in his back pocket to work around. Steel Garden, opportunity to take everybody down. In terms of the weaponry.
Seeing the mid-fight taken, Spike to fast lane. He wants to cut this one all the way up towards that top section. Dissecting and taking away the mid-control. EDG call for the fast reaction. They don't want anything to do with that fight, but it does force him into Neon's palm. And there it is. Headhunter! Potentially greedy, but Kang that hot hand. And the form now finally finding his footing on the stage. Players being inserted, though. King off the back of all of that one, and still he has found the kill. Chopping them up now with the rifle spam. The plan has been denied. Deep as the drone, looking for hunting out these remaining players. Nobody. He's way out to the open. Way out to the open, but it might not matter. Still King's there. It's the swing off that pressure. First round in a long while that LEV were able to get.
Honor in the tag timeout seems to have just said to them, don't worry about controlling the aggression. Hit them with your own aggro. Get more aggressive, more up in their face. Force EDG to play to your tempo. This round was utterly controlled by LEV. Phoenix ult off the rim, mid-pressure with the Neon, and they funneled EDG, shepherded them straight into their operator. How many set ideas like that do LEV have, though?
Might be running the same one back, but slowly for now. Prowler sees it. This is a molly potentially for the rendezvous position, but this is already Sato squaring up, taking a fight forwards. Spike went down earlier.
Mad pressure on this mid-default.
Really
EDG
is.
really struggling to hold on the last couple of rounds.
Player disadvantage once more.
You are dividing vision.
Just a jiggle, poking, prodding, sees the util that's going to be sent flying forwards, and it does signal quite a lot. Calling for the team to back him up. Plant down. Getting in a prime position to use a steel guard and potentially take it one step further, and that's exactly the plan. Ult's now going to be popped off. Walking even further past this one. Cosmic Divide going to be pushed past and beyond. Nobody making sure to clear out most of the side, but they've got one in their back pocket. Goes both ways at that. Drone going to be broken before he gets that tag on. Line forcing the fight forwards. And a flash on top of it. Sato already trying to pay time to fight. Umengaring about it, but already that high ground angle. Full fruition. Leviathan happy to wait it out and play that full retake.
And this time EDG couldn't find that little avenue to slip the gap. They threaded the needle into spawn in previous rounds when they were down players on a B post plan. But here, despite being in the 3v4, they just had to take more passive setups.
One enemy remaining.
Didn't feel confident in pushing through their own Cosmic Divide, their own setup. And so LEV get to play their game. That tag timeout from Owner has made all the difference. I think at some point here we need to see EDG respond with one of their own. The coach battle between Autumn and Owner They are massively different coaches.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. Big juxtaposition because of Autumn. Multiple finals appearances, a trophy lift in his cabinet, but Owner, none of the trophies, but a lot of consistency. That's what you get out of him all the time. And Neon, flash to push him off that line.
Very close.
Yeah, very close indeed. The shot's just whistling past. This one they need to deal with aboard this util. Again, the molly sails up and overhead. Sees alongside it. It's a full-on util dump. It's all about weathering the storm. Shots forwards. Neon though with a peak. He's already taken out Smoggy. Cloudburst just to buy some respite, but it doesn't cover the ankle. And Neon is just unleashed. No stopping this guy. Finally, Kankan puts a bullet to the brain, but there is not enough to go around. So VCT again coming at them. Fast, loose, aggression being the name of the game.
Remember the name Neon. You're going to be watching him on stages like this for many years in the future. He has instantly leapt onto the global stage, performed just as well as he was in Americas, and taking rounds like this by the scruff of the neck. As predicted, EDG are going to take a tag timeout. Autumn needs to talk to them in order to figure out how either a mid-lurk or a split.
Yeah.
At the moment, if Neon takes contact, it's basically because EDG are trying to run him over.
Clear punishment as well for a lot of the contacting that EDG are doing. Going for the same default though. King is usually going to be ready here to see if he can break the horn and look at the util that they're throwing out, and this respect being shown. Horn's deep enough though, and Neon was waiting it out, but he was just aiming into the wrong location. It's a great punish from EDG.
That extra bit of patience
pays off beautifully. Kankan now with updraft here, looking to lead the charge for the rest of his team in, and King taken out. Dismantled now. We're seeing Spike leading it all the way in for the backward position. Nightfall scatters the stun, just connecting, and it's a bit of damage. Stun, but still, as much as the util and the ult's being thrown all the way out. It's EDG still in control. Flag being planted onto that B site, and it is their territory, their domain.
This team can shoot. Both squads have got exceptional firepower. But you heard Alex talking about it in the PaperX game against EDG before, where he was saying, man, you know, we are just losing out some individual moments. There are so many duels in here that are actually 1v1. So a player could come in and help, but like nobody just barrels through the smoke, destroys King. Kankan, as you said, planting his flag on that high ground and winning every duel that comes his way.
Now we're seeing a fast play. This is EDG. Haven't used a lot of util off the rip here, but it might be punished for it. Goes both ways, and LEV favored in this one. All the util sets them up for the beautiful gunfights here, but an instant reaction of EDG, but LEV are trying to get one step ahead. They're already making a move over towards that R position. Jenny carrying behind the box, but not for much longer. Sits straight back to that spectator seat. And nobody now has to stare at the round that he's been handed. Final 1.5.
A huge
1v5.
Huge haymaker from EDG in the previous round, and LEV respond. A gigantic brawl where Neon is not the tip of the spear, but instead it's the Phoenix Molly that just causes Kankan to have to take that step back. And nobody's got absolutely no chance of being able to win this. A 1v5, he's already had an exceptional half. He's 14-6. I think EDG can feel very happy about putting together more rounds in the first half than they did across the whole of Haven.
Yeah.
Right? This is actually them coming back into the game, showing what they're capable of. But LEV are right there with them.
Go on, nobody.
30 seconds left.
Give us a show.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Last round, might as well pop it off here. 30-second mark. You see the odds. Who's that chasing him down? He's not trying to give him anything, is he? But he's not long for the world. It will be that 7-5 finish. EDG, as you were saying, can still be happy with what they've earned.
Both teams finding areas to excel. Both coaches finding areas of impact. And the individuals, Nobody and Kankan, shining brightly for EDG.
Yeah, competitive half on Pearl. That's precisely what we needed to see out of EDG to just make this one an absolute banger of a lower bracket final. Nobody is a player. The calls he's been making, the plays he's been making.
He's so willing to just put his life on the line, make the risky play that his team needs. Sometimes he looks a fool, sometimes it works immaculately.
Trap play, double flash setup.
Gotta go.
As soon as they hear potential sound cues, and it's LEV that are tiptoeing around it. They're poking, prodding. Trap's going to be sprung, but nobody was home. Dropping down. On, what is that?
He's so accurate with those shots.
It's not even ADS'd up.
Used to pull back to get into that position. And now LEV are banking on the fact that EDG are going to respond to that pick and start moving around the map, leaving A little more open. King holding, nobody peeking.
Yeah, there's a slight off angle here, but he's got into the astral form. It's the wrong timing for it, but Neon might get a chance to avenge at least. He's spotted the players out, only 4 more bullets left into the headhunter. He's gonna have one hell of a time, but he just sidesteps it. For now, the Yuto coming his way, crouched up, surely not long. He still managed to find a kill, there's no chance before the trade comes through, but that's a plant into backside control. Right reaction here from Leviathan, flipping the sight.
A really good decision on that one. They've still got a molly, they've still got 2 shocks and a stun to play with. LEV contacting through to A with these 3 players. They're in a good position here.
They certainly are. Pack mentality though from EDG. No splitting up, just want to take the fight together. They've seen where that plant is. Util cycling through. Molly's going to be the first point of contact. Sado's still there. Damage being done, but he's being pressured. The flash though, oh, he's good for it. Stun ricochets. Chichu forward. Chichu! Oh my! Almost a chance.
God, you see it writ all over Sato's face. 10 HP made the difference there. Between LEV picking up a round that they were expected to come through with, and Chishu putting on one of the plays of the match.
Got to see that again.
How is this even close to possible?
That is almost absolute brilliance.
You can't give players the quality of EDG any chance at all.
Leviathan though, they're going to be securing up that pistol round.
Yeah, EDG only with 2 pistols across the last 2 matches that they've played.
That's in contrast, to be honest. Here, oh my goodness, Neon. Not scared to use the bullets now, but he doesn't pull back in time.
Deploying drone.
Punished there. Getting a bit greedy. It's a good kill here for EDG. Eco, stack of bodies now calling for plenty of players to reinforce up towards B, but now backing away.
Yeah, I mean, when you hear that Marshall, you know it's Kang Kang. I wouldn't want a piece of that. And King's taking this space over towards A. He's just walked in and backfilled the spots that Neon took.
Nobody. Walkabouts again. Sky does not have a tether in terms of where he plays. Obviously, an eco round is going to be even more risks being taken, and he's just saw it. Yep, signs alive now, but biding his time, might be punished for it. He's done a lot of damage. Chipping down a LEV opposition. Now down 2 players. EDG set up in a prime position to potentially win this one on the eco.
Yeah, LEV were very greedy with their buy in this round. May end up getting punished for it. Kang Kang, he's coming in.
Yeah, he is, certainly. And that, oh my, okay, shots hitting Sado. Immediately able to just at least get back onto it. 24 HP though, and that's going to be brought down. Sado finding the timing, but run down by the classics in hand, EDG. Beautiful work. And risks at the right moment.
I think that's one of the massive things that this squad has learned in their years of being up, trying to get to the top globally, having already made it within their region. Trying to find the right moment to be disciplined and the right moment to take the risk. That's a huge momentum swing round. It doesn't get bigger. 2 stingers and some headhunter bullets in the back pocket for Neon. Meanwhile, Kang Kang gets to play around with the Outlaw again. It's the perfect opportunity for EDG to make up for their poor pistol round win rate.
Kang Kang might be feasting here. Pretty common position. Hoping that he can hunt out, sniff out potential players. That's knife out blows.
Spike down, B.
Miscommunication perhaps, but Neon immediately there with a punish towards that double doors angle. Taking up the space now. Seeing the ult popped off, Sado is just running him down. He's reclaimed a rifle as well. Picked that one up, he's going to be stealing it all the way back. Kang Kang under an immense amount of pressure. He's brought down. It's insane. The ultimate out of Sado.
Oh, they've just given away so many of these guns as well. LEV have stolen the momentum straight back.
How has that occurred?
Blocking vision.
So not feeling comfortable enough that they can commit to the plan, but at least they can pick up a gun or 2.
Oh, they've also just cleared so much space.
Yeah, full lane control. Plant now down. Just like you said, complete flip of momentum when you thought of EDG. Able to do it. Slide off angle of Neon. He's watching for multiple angles, but he's just missed his chance. Hold on. Repeat it in the rendezvous. Peeled all the way back once more, but he's had to concede up that space, and now it's EDG getting a bit of a move on. They realize, wait a minute, there's a chance to win this. Nobody. First one to step up towards it. That backcourse position needs to be accounted for. King there, but both players searching on site. It's Jenny. Nobody. Quick tap. Sado. Prime position. Plays it perfectly, tucks himself back in the way, not giving an easy fight whatsoever. They know that there's time to be played for in a round like this. They're going to make nobody really work for it. 4 kills, Asado. Blitz and pace that he took it onto that side. It's all smiles for him.
The Phoenix gap is just immense. It's another Thrifty. Neon picks up that kill across towards B-Link. Sado gets 2 inside of his ultimate, including Kong Kong, who really, I think, should have been able to do more even with the Outlaw in his hand. And LEV have just stolen this all the way back. Look at Sato, 19-9.
Thriving.
He's been playing like a veteran. And he's only been around for a little bit longer than the rest of his players on LEV.
Dart and the Phoenix Wall. Enough space given up that Sato can get one step closer to another ult. And we've seen how pivotal they are. A lot of space, though, going to be taken up here by Kong Kong.
Yeah,
Marshall.
I mean, I suppose there is a chance that he could get his Bladestorm online in this round and we could have Thrifties going everywhere.
Yeah. Nobody. Might be tested here. He's turned his attention just away for a moment, but that is perfectly played. Off the sound and the noise being made, Sato taking that swing and takes on a player too.
Yeah, beautiful timing on that. And Neon winning a crucial duel against Kong Kong in A main. We might finally see the team with the better weaponry coming through with a round in this half.
Yeah, and sometimes an overabundance of caution can be a bad thing. That's how EDG were able to get that eco last time, but not willing to make a misstep other than making that sound cue. Walking up steadily, EDG might be squaring up again. They're looking to take a fight in through. But it's watched for Smoggy. Hold on, he's managed to at least claim 2. Flash to the side! Single-handedly! He's taking them all on. That running back, though. Back's going to be exposed. He might be getting squeezed into multiple directions here, but it looks like the space might not even be taken up. He's taken out King. He could have, but it's not communicated, not coordinated. King was worried about the other side's alive here, but the time is running bitterly now. Down to the end, 11 seconds remaining, and guess who's in position? It's Jenny, rifle in hand. 7 seconds remaining. This plan needs to go down. King needs to be covered, and it's not happening at all. It's all Jenny, but teed up by Smoggy. Beautiful rounds. We're seeing ecos all over the bloody place.
That lineup between the two duelists. And then Blows anticipates the flash, but I think mishears it. The size of the stage, the crowd, the bass. And another Red Bull clutch.
Clutch potential that we were seeing from EDG. It kept them in a game against Paper X. You cannot count this team out.
Doesn't matter how far down they are. That round absolutely did not look like it was going the way of EDG until Smoggy decided to grab 3 out of nowhere.
Recovering it.
They're putting an extreme emphasis on being able to build up the ults. I think a higher priority in the game plan. Nobody steps up. Same position as Smoggy previously.
He's going for it, isn't he? Util out. Horn reveals that there are players close, waiting in the wings. You've got to have a bit of fear into your step, but he just doesn't know the meaning of the word. Runner back, though. Leading the charge. Pave away to victory, potentially through nobody. Trying to dominate up towards this main. Smog just takes a peek out wide towards the side. Here it's traded. Neon right there behind him. A spike towards the back. That is a big punish. Chichu taken out. Kong Kong. Smoke dissipating now. Guns trained and ready. Wide face and wide fight. Or taken out. Smoggy and Jenny now left into a 2v2, but King with his timing. He's wrapping it all the way around. None the wiser, none the wiser. It's Jenny removed. And he calls it a mass retreat rotation all the way through their spawn.
Smoggy can hear it. He doesn't want to give away too many sound cues himself, but now puts pedal to the metal. Starts sprinting.
Starts lay it down.
Pull used early.
Yes, to give them a bit of space here, but a flash forward's got one more for the extra trouble here. Flash is good! And almost there with a connection. It's always a chance with these EDG players. You cannot Dismissed them so easily.
That was a very, very individual round from EDG. Nobody is just running around making plays on A. Kankan takes a dry swing on his own, uncoordinated with anybody else. And then these final two players looking to try to pick up timings too. I don't know that it's fundamentally great defensive setups and gameplay from EDG, but they're still making LEV sweat. Finding the read on what timings they're going to fight you is tough.
It's such an odd series, at least map-wise now.
Wait, this is a full gamble on the A side.
It really is.
The IGL goes walking forwards once again. Neon picks him off. But I don't think this is going to be an easy round again. Normally, King likes to pump the brakes whenever they're up like this. But actually, the level of respect and discipline, it can allow people like Kankan to just take more and more liberties.
And we've already seen it. The right risk taken at the right time on their ecos. EDG, they are not going to make it easy for you.
I think it's quite principled the way that LEV are approaching this, but they are just ticking time off their own clock. And Kankan is going to be sat there with 5 blades and 5 heads.
Going to potentially be popped. The sole recipient of this aggression that might be about to come his way over towards the B site. He's twisting and turning, left guessing in terms of the map control, because this is pure contact by LEV, but again, this could be where he shines. Now with a util. Sees it now with a drone. He's forwards, he's tagged up, he's fighting straight towards them. To dash and a cloudburst. Potential for him to see if he can at least survive. However, the storm battered down the hatches. Blade Storm, it as an instant trade. Spike that dishes it straight out. Plant now going down.
Danger there should have been handled, but Jenny still has a Vandal.
Swing Divide to cut them out entirely. This is LEV showing respect again to the eco. Potential of EDG to win these rounds out. Even when they're a player up here, Smoggy up from that high ground. Overdrive now going to be popped off in through the backdoor position. And with a lack of armor, they are being galvanized. Smoggy just reclaimed at least the operator, but might not get a chance to take it. Yeah, he's going to be able to get it potentially all the way out of there. Not the worst prize in the world. Spike might be able to hear this. Might be jumping straight into him here.
It's important.
He'd love to keep the op.
Oh,
He'd love to keep it.
Yeah, he's going to be able to. He's tucked himself into that safe little corner. And so Kankang's going to have a prize for the next round. But Sado's happy about it. It's an anti-eco, but they convert it pretty cleanly, actually. The big trade from Spike onto Kankang made all the difference. Spike's been brilliant in playoffs, too. He's a player that I think was able to get minimum podium positions, but right now, eyes on bigger prizes. Kankang with that operator in his hand that was saved by Smoggy previously. The scoreline tied. Jenny under pressure early.
Very much peeled back. Left to his own devices, typically the way that EDG play this on the defense. Happy to see what Jenny can cook up when he's anchoring. Same game plan from LEV though, just taking up B-long control, leaving the insert of King, taking up the orbs, making sure they can build up to the ults.
And here's the op battle potentially over towards A main. Neon heard that haunt, knows that somebody's going to be up deep.
He's calling for util of their own, a drone. Used to clear this position out. Kankang's making a go for it here. Take a listen into LEV.
Só tomou spike.
Guys, o cara tem AD up, saiu pra trás.
Tá
botando 3 LEV, viado.
Dá pra fazer mais um. Mano, tem que ser
Aí
rápido.
volta mais um fake, mais um pump e voltar mais split.
Arthur.
Split o E-Uto. Só volta split o E-Uto, guys. Eu vou botar de vocês.
Vou deixar aqui, Sato. Vai.
Oi, tá Museu. Esse cara é a como interesse
Vamos
Museu,
avaliar.
viado. Eu vou ter ult, tá?
Pula, Pedro. Mano, o Blow ulta aí,
Tá
você
chegando,
vai.
vou voltar, guys. Vou botar Museu. Botei e
30
voltar, tá?
seconds left.
Dá pra esquerda, Museu.
Abriu, morreu. Tela. Vanga.
Well, they're potentially running into the more, but they got the util to see if they can clear this one out. Still 2 players left to anchor! Gonna take it out! Dismissed and dissolved in an instant. It leaves it up to nobody, and Kankang once more. That plant will be going down with barely any time onto the clock, but backwards position. And Kankang shot going wide! Bullets rattling into the wall. Blow seemingly unaffected. It's LEV taking the lead.
King crafting that strat, pulling his teammates back towards him, despite losing Neon. The idea of Blows ripping this Hunter's Fury deals with Smoggy, but how did they get the last two? Just beautiful timing on how they step in.
Remaining.
Taking the swing, bringing the fight, and rinsing any on-site crossfire setups there. Beautiful execution. Going into the stack and still coming out on top.
Neon. Dangerous tidings awaiting him. Flash in his face that he'll be forced to respect.
Sadow's picking up these ult orbs freely around the map. 22 kills, ult after ult after ult.
I mean, how many is he on now? It's unbelievable.
He'll have
They are
another
not being
opportunity.
contested, are they?
No, not really. I mean, even if they are being contested, he's got the Phoenix Wall to just be able to lock that off. It's really nice theory that we're seeing here on London. Normally these A-orbs are the ones that the Phoenix would normally want to fight over in previous metas, but to be honest, the defenders, it's easier for them to challenge it. This is nice though, Smoggy pushing up over towards B as the Phoenix Wall dissolves for the attackers.
Gotta go.
Reinforcing over towards this A site, a stack on the eco for EDG. Yeah, big ults, big tools to use if it comes to it. Steel Garden could be beautiful. It'll even up the fight that's yet to come. Drone forward zone not going to be broken. I'm going to see that runner back again forwards, but there's that Steel Garden I was talking about. Flash up overhead. Sidearms are going to be taken out, and Spike Hammy towards more play all the way forwards here. Whittling and dishing it out with the pellets. And all the way, the fight's not done, it's not finished just yet. Overwhelming aggression is the name of the game, and LEV, it barrels straight over EDG.
A pack mentality. Grouped up, death balling. No chance for EDG to be able to pull out magic. Just sheer overwhelming bodies in the face of Kong Kong at the end. What on earth is he supposed to do about that? And what is that snap?
Yo, okay.
24 kills across 20 rounds.
Having a good time at the Phoenix in.
Revealing area.
Sato is on one. Big down as well, over the top alongside that Phoenix Wall. This time EDG looking like they might want to put the punish on, but it's constant orb grabbing. These players are being split up now, behind the box. How the hell do you even get out of this one? The Utah need to come through now, but EDG, they're stacking it with bodies. The flash is good, but the anti-positions, they are walking right into their shots.
They just melted Chishu as well.
Molly at the back of the pillar. It's a pick your poison situation for EDG.
They
and
tried.
Once more, the hardest possible challenge given up to Jenny. Nia's already on top of it. We're up to 12. Leviathan.
Everything EDG throw at them, every little counter idea, LEV have already got an answer for it. Neon holds the angle on the left side. Constant flashes being thrown out from Sato. He's the bait, he's the one drawing attention. Players are blinded, players are melting over towards Pillar. If you step into a fight with LEV, it feels like they've scrimmed it 1,000 times before. It's so practiced.
How did they cook it up on the fly? Manage it. The loser's bonus racking up here for EDG. They're able to at least scramble to give us some semblance of a bite. But again, the onus being placed on the star players. The Horn finally dealt with Kang.
Oh.
I'm feeling like you could take the peek off the back of it.
And Sato's gonna grab that orb again. He's one away from another Phoenix ult.
It's just ridiculous. Shots landing at least onto Neon, but no kill claimed.
A warning shot.
There.
Exchange on either side. Drone steps forwards here. Clearance, piece to mind grounded, at least onto the side of fast lane as well. It's going to be chopping this one up. Sato with the molly. Hot feed over towards the lane position, forcing EDG to concede a lot of this space. Second wave and level towards it. Smoggy now with his own runner back. He wants to see if he can step forwards here. Peeling out and helping out Jenny, but these shots again, they rattle either way.
Blows is kind of isolated here.
He is, but he's still fighting the target, still finding his marks. A player advantage here for LEV. I'm going to plant out just yet. Chichu, once we divide. Going to push them back and away, and the space is going to be conceded here by LEV, but they have 35 seconds left. They have no other options, and they realize it. Reasserting themselves now. Taking up control, but this is shoulder to shoulder. This could be everything. This could be the map. For God's sake, Chichu takes the peek past it, looking for the info. It's all up to Kong and Smoggy now.
Kong's left.
He's going. Walkabouts running to the opposite side of the map. It's all down to Smoggy on his shoulders. Flicking the wrist line off the dodge, and he can't quite land the shots. time. Barely played down, but it matters not. It's a 2-0 lead in our lower bracket finals. Leviathan are taking no grip. The Leviathan are looking primed, ready to go.
This is one of their best maps. This is one of those areas where LEV have been able to come through time and again. You know roughly what they're going to throw at you, but it's so damn hard to stop.
We've seen that individuality brimming from these LEV players. Don't get me wrong, EDG, no slouches. They've been punching back, answering back. They need a strong start here on split. LEV, full access potentially gained over towards his A site. The Horn's going to be clearing out all towards the back of the side. Kong. Timing potentially missed. It's a 1-for-1. The trade is good. Chichu is on top of it. Now re-clearing over towards that ramp.
Yeah, they're looking to push over towards screens as a reaction to this, though.
King watching for it to walk up into mid, but 2 shots to the chest is all it takes. Sheriff in hand.
Whoa.
Set us straight there. That's just with the bandit. Long range. Kangang taken out. 1 to the dome. Get up now. Flash in the face. Smoggy's going to have to be careful about this one. Chichu alongside him. Going to try and find a way past all of this pressure. Up it up towards screens. The crossfire setup that you just do not want to wade into. How the hell do you even win it out? You have no heavy control. The shot's still there. Damage done, Masato. That blanket insurance policy just swings out, snaps up the pistol round for their squad.
They've got such great ideas about how they want to play post-plant situations on attack and defense, LEV. They're a very difficult team to play against. Look at that swing. They get set up to run a trap play over towards screens, realize the ramp retake's happening. Sato just slides back in, and he's been utterly phenomenal today. Over a kill per round in the series. It's just crazy.
Yeah, there's been no pressure on his shoulders. Saw him skipping in the back halls just after that last map here. Forwards is the fight to be taken. At least 1 kill claim, but that seize is good for the follow-up. Sato getting ever closer to once more never run it back, and he's been earning these ults up like they are nothing.
Now, LEV have got such a great focus on the fundamental building blocks of what's going to get you consistent results from round to round. The defaults are practiced, the post plants practiced. The idea of building up these little micro objectives like the ult orbs, they just never let an edge go unexplored. And of course, this level of discipline too, always expecting the counterplay when they are up. It does offer opportunities sometimes for their opponents to stack an area, to get a play happening. But broadly speaking, this is how Ono wants them to control the game. Yeah. King's attack side calling, it is really difficult to penetrate.
He's got that explosive firepower. Surrounded by young talent. Very different King this time around with the squad that he is with. He's looking for his chance of revenge, not just against EDG, but to go all the way to the finals.
Yeah, last time Nobody and King were IGLing against each other, King had Aspas on the team.
Yeah.
You know, huge names, players that you build entire styles around. Now it's very much them taking new talent and crafting them into whatever style they want.
And that was back in 2024 when King ended up losing that match against EDG. Obviously, the rest is history. We all know that one. EDG going on to lift that trophy. We're seeing a heavy stack of bodies, looking to see if they can do a bit of damage. King has the rifle, but he's looking to see if he can get a clean exit out of here. Damage being a name of the game for EDG. Nice stepping though, just for the bandits. Couple of shots now, but at this point, LEV realizing they are penned in. The snake bite and the nade is actually quite nice. It's going to keep them corralled, connected into the corner. You're going to sidestep into that snake bite. The shots, oh my!
Oh, they can't even get the damage done.
That's ridiculous. How the hell has EDG not done more there?
Bobbing and weaving, the LEV players survive. The round was always going the way of Leviathan, always. But at least EDG could have taken some of the sting out of this bonus, especially for a team that is so tactical, that has such a deep playbook. It is dangerous to let them keep a load of rifles. And Sato's one away from the orb. What is EDG's plan? Can they even contest this?
Whoa! It's Jenny on the line. You already know how this defensive setup is going to be looking. Kang. He's playing here. Saw it in their last game. Puts a priority for EDG to try and hold on to that B heaven control, because he will be isolated if they lose control of it, but they don't seem to care about mid whatsoever.
Well, they're just hyper-focused right now on B main, because it's such an area that LEV like to play around. But when you lose it early on and then Neon breaks a Trailblazer, this could be a B repop, this could be a B split. They can go anywhere with Sato's ultimate. EDG look to take the fight.
That's just Neon. Slight jiggle with a knife out, spots 2 players there. Sounds like with a re-exploration, and now mad dash and scurry away from EDG.
They already have the protocols, they already know how they want to play these situations.
A flash though.
Chichu's used his snake bite. Nobody would have to hit a shot here as they take Garage.
Really would. They were planning for the full rotation, but now they're left alone. 37 seconds left, flash round to the side, nobody. Hoping to get lucky here, a little bit of spam onto that line, another flash of his own. Doesn't make the play to push this one forward. He's just buying time as well and making them stew for the moment. A bit of spam though, that'll do the trick. Still it goes counterbalanced towards the other direction. Spikes in though, that slight off angle accounted for. Chichu's there, Kang! He's gonna do his best. Swift couple of kills there, but with 13 seconds left, the plant will be able to go down.
Nades, blast packs, none of them in position.
No, Smoggy not in the right place there to utilize any of that abundance of util, but he still steps forward. It's a good timing to take that fight. Pure disrespect showcase, but now how does he get past King? Slightly onto that punch. That's a nasty shot to hit. But it's all contained in the end by Spike, a 4-piece for him.
What a round from Spike. Look at that opener. Perfect crosshair placement. And then the second kill he gets, just spamming off the Phoenix Ult. That regens another slide. Destroys Chichu, crosses him up, no chance. And cleans things up before they can get too dangerous. Disrespecting a Boombot to help his IGL.
I'm him.
Yeah, you are, bro. He has been more of the Neon than Neon to push down mid as LEV take B main. We've also seen teams try to push out A really heavy to punish King, who's often holding in that area. Coming out of attack timeout, though, LEV love to go A.
Yeah, looking like a potential fast hit all the way through. There's going to be the fast lane to cut this one up, but nobody. He turns himself down forwards with that Bucky in hand. Chichu from the top ropes. Neon, head rolling off the shoulders. It's LEV that are heavily punished, heavily slapped down to earth. The gravity of their situation finally settling in.
One of those spots where LEV should have mixed up what they normally do. The timeout into the A-pop, we've just seen it so many times before, and EDG were ready. The snake bite, the Bucky, tore him to pieces, and now they're in a 2v5 Leviathan trying to recover this.
Lack of hesitation from nobody to just immediately take the fight, Bucky in hand. It's paved the way here. Weaponry being exchanged across the board. A couple of shots are fired off towards that B heaven angle, but this is EDG in a lot of control.
Both players missing the timings on each other there, though, as Blows and Jenny cross paths.
See how it goes, though. 38 seconds left. It is an open B site for the plant. Well, you can't give ins here for Leviathan.
They're going to expect that B main is compromised, but
left.
with that haunt, they know that either Jenny's not there or he's pushed incredibly deep.
Kings forwards, not stopping whatsoever. Watch for here. Lucky to be alive as the shots just whistle past along with those bullets. We're going to see him commit to the reload. They are being surrounded slowly, surely at that.
Trying to lure in that B main player that they know is there.
See the now Blows, already inserted himself down towards that hell angle. Hold on, the damage is being done. Players picked apart, picked to pieces. But the composure just not quite there. Leaves it to King. Can't do it all. Nobody with a 4-piece. Continuation of that form. He's the one who set that round in motion. He's the one to close it.
The IGLs clashing swords towards the end. Nobody putting those 4 kills on the board. His first 4 off split. And the MasterCard Drifty comes through. I think mostly this is a really nice read on what LEV like to do coming out of timeouts. I don't think this is the kind of thing that you can normally read into too heavily. Because LEV, outside of those anti-eco timeout moments, they do like to mix things up a ton. So now we get back into the bread and butter rounds. What is EDG's game plan? How have they adjusted it? With the tag timeout that Autumn took, they were fighting B main. Now, Kang takes his op over towards A ramp. And LEV are fast up mid.
All the way forwards is going to be applying pressure to this ramp control. Kang, see what he off. So Trailblazers immediately broken. King posturing like there's potentially more of a presence than there actually is, putting a bit of fear into their step, and B main control was conceded in the process. Now we're seeing an overdrive, offloaded Spike, leading this one forward, the rest of his team. Court's gonna be clearing a significant portion of this one, but now Smog giving it. Oh, no way! It's the rocket whipped away. Now you're gonna see this one not come at all. Jenny! Ankles being broken. It's Neon running a mockery on the round, running a gun, he doesn't stop. King forces them to bow.
EDG have just been torn to pieces. And the crowd, this whole event has been on EDG's side, but you can't help but love what you're watching here as they get ripped asunder. This entire plan built to try to put pressure on Neon as he's holding B main, and he outplays them utterly.
You can see it on the face of the EDG players. Hope is fading.
Yeah, but they've got the right read again here.
Yeah, not all is lost. Nobody was able to do it for them before. This time, though, Lev not willing to jump straight down the gullet.
It's another anti-eco, another A push, or at least an A-side default. But King hits the brakes and decides to back off as soon as they realize EDG have gone for that same defense side read. It looks like the prep is there in terms of stopping Lev's A hit. But it's the normal B main default and the B splits with that mid pressure that EDG have no answers for currently.
It's a steady walk up through mid.
The read is nice though, with them cutting noise and starting to gather over towards B. Kankan will have a chance to influence the round.
Stack is in the right place.
Yeah, a shot with a Sheriff and Bladestorm activated. There are chances.
There definitely are.
Go, go, go.
Especially if this goes poorly. It's going to be that Prowler to lead it forward. Spike with that deep dash to the side. He's weak as anything. Stun ricochets, rebounds. Let's get the connection they were looking for. C's already going to be utilized, but King has that control over towards A main. He's calling for the troops to reinforce, go back over towards his A direction, but there's hesitancy in their step.
I mean, it's beautiful calling though. He's got the complete A site open.
20 seconds, now we're seeing it. Satchels across all the way. The EDG's trying to catch up to what the state of the round looks like. The paranoia is good, but the rifles even better. All the way onto this side, though. 13 seconds remaining. This plan needs to be denied at any chance, any opportunity, but Blows already committing this one with a plan. Kangang up towards the top now. Rifle there. Whipping it way and around. Spike finally dealt with. Kangang coming alive. In the final hour when his team needed it. Guns to be handed off and over the heels there, but still Blows. You can't count him out. And as that smoke blooms and blossoms, it's nobody's life that's removed. Jenny, ghost in hand. Barely anything at all to work with. He's got to find a path forwards, but with that upgrade found rifle now, but a deep TP. Jenny finding his mark, finding his footing now, but the time's starting to get away from him. Blows just sidestepping it all.
There are too many threats on this Leviathan team for EDG to navigate, even with Kankan. Utilizing the Guardian, a historic weapon for him in big moments, in big matches. He picks off 3, spinning around. No help, no support. Again, very individual from EDG today. They are really finding it tough to sync their ideas up together and play off each other. Even their best moments have been on the backs of those individual rounds. Lev going for a bit of a fake A-ramp control here. Spike not committed.
He's all the way up. He's got that judge in hand. We've seen this play before. He wants to dominate control towards it. Chichu, he's hard committed.
Well, he's stuck in the open.
The fundamentals of Lev still reigning true. Finding these kills, Kankan feeling the pressure, knowing that they've lost that mid-control. He steps forwards, wants to take a fight in towards B-main. Jenny, again, still hard committed to paranoia. Sweeps, and Kankan capitalizes. Already with that swing wide out. He's going to be backing himself up and away to smoke to potentially play around. It's going to come down to the reactions here, just spotting out the players. But Blows, just straight there from the side. High ground. Walking the catwalk.
Don't get in my way.
Bullets into the bodies of the EDG. They're finding weaknesses now, but this is all up to nobody. The pit up gives them a bit of space, but it's still up to nobody in a 1v3. It's going fishing, hunting, spraying and praying, hoping for the connection. Tries to play it quietly for now. Waits to see if Lev will make that first move, the first slip up for them. Drops the gun, tries to bait the swing. Making him think that he's saving that operator, but still the bullets firing now, revealing it. But he picks up the operator at precisely the wrong moment. This is all Leviathan.
The Brazilian fans here in London are having so many opportunities to taunt and jeer these EDG players left alone in 1vx's. It feels like every round, LEV are finding opportunities to just put the squeeze. Look how isolated Kangkang is there. Playing for his own value towards B main. Jenny hiding inside a smoke. There is no attempt to play off each other, to hold angles for each other.
Purely individuals.
At some point halfway through Pearl, they just decided solo plays were going to win the game, which is wild.
Against Leviathan. As we said, they've been tempered, honed to a deadly edge. Coached by Ona. He's not one to let any sort of lack of discipline slip.
I thought we were going to see Kangkang rip the Bladestorm in the previous 2 rounds and try to convert a situation where they, might have been able to find it winnable. Here he pops it on what's essentially a full eco.
It's a deep insert through mid. He's going to be the first one to see signs of life potentially, triggered a paranoia. Orb up though, holding for the flash. Trap play set up straight off of Kangkang's contact. Right clicks. Instant updraft and a dash though, and he's back out and away. They don't want to overplay their hand.
But the right click, now he's got no knives to work with. Where's the threat now for EDG?
No gun at all. Deep haunt. Trail's going to be pointing directly towards potential players here, but a classic. Just can't get it done. 4v4. Still danger here when the time gets as low as it is, and nobody's going to be hearing this. Many footsteps moving towards it. Running back, no. Utilized now to lead it forwards. Nobody at least takes him out, but Nightfall going to be scattering across. Cuts away a couple of these sound cues. Nobody! Still sidestepping. He's dancing around the pillar. He's making it work. Time bought for the rest of the squad to get in. Util flooding and flowing straight overhead. It's going to be slowing and stunting it. Nobody somehow grabbing another one for his troubles. And surely that's enough. EDG back from the brink, another MasterCard 50.
The read, the stack, bodies in. But these rounds are coming few and far between, and a lot of them are coming through on Thrifties across the last 2 halves. Hello. That's a whiff.
30 seconds left.
Not where the orb was supposed to go, but I don't think it particularly influenced the outcome of the round. Might have allowed EDG to stack bodies a little more confidently over towards B, I suppose.
Yeah.
Kangkang is trying to get the energy back up. This map has not felt winnable so far for EDG, but they need a bit of belief.
Be what they needed. Pit's going to be blocking out that access to B main.
I like that idea from Chichu instead of using it in mid, as most people would go for.
Yeah, I mean, LEV put such a high priority over towards that B main control in their attack. Farming up the orbs, taking control early.
And you have Kangkang's up on the other side of the map. Getting deeper now with the Trailblazer.
Gotta go.
Creates a timing where Smoggy's got to try to put a little bit of pressure in mid.
He's walking all the way up. This is brave, but he just misses his chance. Slight jiggle. King, surely you're not going to be stepping straight back into
the
this one.
damage.
Oh my goodness, the nerves. And nobody left to defend at all, really, from a spot like this. The flash is good. Stun going to be missing. The spike still leading it forwards for his team. Who are glide to the side. Backs turn, though. Kangkang, potential for him to feast. Destroying and decimating them. And once more, that time bought. King forwards into main. He steals with one of the challenges. Spike's going to be picked up. Gives you chances to pivot, but you've only 30 seconds remaining. Which direction do you move into? It's a noise bait. Sound being made as they jump down into the vents, but the actual goal going to be towards the A side, and that leaves it up to Jenny.
Jenny can stay hard anchored here. He's always got the ult to be able to play off, but the play's coming into him.
He's just walking straight into the line. He's not ready for it at all. And that's the anchor play that potentially could have played spoiler. No paranoia. Level left guessing. Where could these players be? Smoggy. He's found it. Quick shot straight to the dome. Time, 4 seconds. He's missed it. It's no time at all. Chichu's running him down, but it's going to be a round 1 for EDG.
By the finest of margins, Neon there deciding to take the fight into Smoggy. It's 2 rounds by the skin of their teeth, but EDG are putting them together, putting them on the board. What a miracle round from Kangkang too. Stepping forward through the snakebite down to 30 HP and then down to 1 inside a C's. Always confident to take the refight.
1 enemy remaining.
And Lev really needed to put more focus, more attention on him.
See Kang activating and stepping up here once more. Nobody. We're seeing a repeat of the play. We're seeing a repeat of the goddamn play. Shotguns and Chichu from that high ground. Seen it all before. And LEV once more punished as a result of it. Paranoia is good. Stops him for now. Gonna need to see sharp shooting. Blows and King pressed into a corner, forced into unfavorable positions, and kills are not being offered up as freely as they were before. Smoggy plays with a bit more discipline, gets the information, backs it up, but this is very individualistic. Now Blows looking forward, hold on, finds his one, but the trade is quick, and Jenny secures the spike for his team.
EDG look a lot more comfortable defending over towards A. And Kang's op is just filling the gaps. King shouldn't be allowed an easy kill here. High-low setup for Jenny and Chishu.
There it is.
Confirmed. Spike was dropped down into their laps. EDG look quite nice whenever LEV are opening on the A side of the map. Nobody has been reading those rounds beautifully, by the way. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time whenever King wants to start on the east side. And there's a strong corridor. And this to me does look quick.
There.
Yeah, I think to be heavy emphasis placed onto mid.
I think the Snakebite and the Paranoia are going to have to do work here for Chishu and Jenny.
Try and get this one up. It's a deep wall. It's going to be used at the final few moments. Doesn't reveal the hand until now. Now, galvanizing opener. Let's see it from Spike all the way forward to that overdrive. It's pure disrespect. Shuts it down, runs straight past that util, forces the issue for Smoggy. He's got to find his way forward. But the extra element of that deep TP, Neon already took up backside control.
It's the power of LEV. Even when you think that you've seen everything from them. Attack timeout and a fast round. Massive advantage here. EDG might even think about saving. Yeah, you're in round 11. And Kang's got an op that he would really love to have. It's been working out for them in the slower pace that King's brought to the game. But the scrapbook is just such a massive asset for this squad.
Filled to the brim. Whenever they're in a tough spot, whenever they feel like they're losing control of the game, 3 rounds, EDG win, panic button hit. Owner calls it for them. Fast little B split play. Ults online for them to really make sure it hurts.
You have to be set up to deny them some level of B main control in case it's slow. You have to be set up to stop a fast A hit in case they go in that direction out of attack timeout. And then you also have to be ready for these kind of set plays up through mid B heaven. Your defense is just stretched too thin. Chishu and Jenny trying to do their best there with whatever tools they had available. But you see Jenny's inside of his smoke animation. The tempo just runs him over. He gets bulldozed.
Again, the stuns is just picture perfect. Exactly where they needed it from Spike.
Sato is one away from having his ult online. I think you would expect LEV to go B main, but EDG have not been able to deny them this area.
See it. TP's going to be heard here. Smokes are going to be thrown out. Someone just cuts up the angle here. It's another wall to cut this one up. Prowler forwards, making sure to clear the way.
You never know what timing they're going to pick on the B-pop. They can go fast, they can re-hit.
Might be looking to go for it now. Here it is, all in, explosive style. It's pathing onto the other side of the pit. Damage, definitely done. She's just going to try and dismiss and slap them all down from that high ground angle. But the trading immaculate still brings it into a 2v2. Very much winnable position here for EDG. Boombot.
Neon backed up, and he's just left King completely alone.
Isoed onto the site now. Nate's going to be pushing him back and away. Just spotted out his position, and Kang dropping it down.
He's begging. He's begging for Neon to speed up here through mid.
Needs some assistance, needs some help. Guns are swapped around once more with the rifles now. They are putting the squeeze. King needs a bailout, needs some assistance. Spam through the box. Couple of stray shots, wondering where they might be. Smoggy turning them all the way around. And a showstopper. It's the finish exactly EDG needed on that half. 5-7, just down by 2. But it's a very much winnable scenario, very much gives them significant chances to take this a little bit further.
It's the first round where we see EDG setting up these high-lows, trying to play off each other, holding hands with Kang and Smoggy. They're finally relying on that teamwork and team fighting.
It's a wonderful end here for EDG to just pull it back to that 7-5 half. Still going to be down, but for now, we can see what happens on the other half of this one. I'm going to send it down to Frankie. She is hanging about. We're at now with Leviathan's biggest supporters.
Also, the Kingslayers, they seem to be coming for the teams that have won the Champs trophies before. Eliminated NRG. EDG look like they're on the chopping block next. LEV have been all over them in this game. Last few rounds, EDG have managed to pick something up, but this defense side is normally strong for LEV.
Neon.
The double duelists are going to have to go crazy for EDG. I'm looking towards Kang Kang and Smoggy.
We've seen it before, even at this very event. Able to get it done onto Split, and now looking to see if they can set this one step forwards. Dodging and juking up towards the top, and Ansado just seeing if he can make himself a bit of a nuisance. Neon, it's a fadeaway shot, but already the kills claimed. EDG with the advantage. The plan now to go down, stepping forwards into the smoke. Punished! Kunger's got it. Watchful eye, dominating the position. Random shots of Neon just going wide. Waiting it out. Not too many more opportunities going to be finding themselves here. Kang Kang and Jenny. Quick cleanup, and that's a pissed around for EDG, as we were saying. Takes a lot to take this team down.
Kang Kang's great in this round. Steps forward, dominates the smoke that Neon throws. Shuts down any attempt. That's a ridiculous shot. But one of the few that they landed. Otherwise, EDG got in, found the pick that they needed, stopped any retake from happening. The retake protocols from LEV on A are really strong. If EDG can focus in the rifle rounds around getting into B with their double duelist comp, I think that can be a big win con for them. And they need this map.
Hello.
They need every map.
Neon trying to do his Forsaken cosplay. All the way forwards here. Might be able to put the punish on the Chichu because those shots are going wide as anything. Snake bite. Anything done? Oh, said it!
What's he done?
Trying to shank him in the face, hoping that they'll run him down. Let's give access to EDG though. Get the plant down onto A. Funneling the orbs into Smoggy, and he's going to be looking to see if he can collect a couple of eco kills himself.
EDG might have an idea of where these players are going to be hiding, waiting to die to the spike. Ideally, it would be Smoggy. Spectre in hand. These are looking like 3 tasty ult points down here if Smoggy can find them.
I've been placing an emphasis onto it, but how do you get down into the vents? Not being punished for it. Love chances. Satchel's a nice way to do it. Still, just the one. Quick cleanup. Neon straight on top of it. It's a gun picked up. Time running out. Able to go down here. Nobody looking to see if he can reclaim some of the investment.
Yeah, he does. He grabs the Spectre towards the end. It's pretty decent for Smoggy, to be honest. He's 2 away from the showstopper. Not sure we necessarily need to see this again.
I mean, we're going to include a knife too? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long replay.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
he thought he had a sword. He
Yeah.
thought he had a pike to be able to work with rather than a blade.
Out of options.
Took Masters London a bit too literally.
7-7 now.
I think that the B side of the map is where EDG are really going to thrive with this composition. Here comes that Lurk Viper orb that we've seen teams run many times before. Yeah. Smoggy probably wants to try to work for the orb if he can, the ult orb that is. But any pops out through this are going to be hard for LEV to hold.
Yeah, we're going to see the volley going to be used. That's preemptive at that. Neon, no, he's been caught out. Always so good for it. The flash forwards, the flood. Caught for, but they don't know about Smoggy. They don't know about Chichu. Running away with it now. EDG, bonus idea. My God, Blow still going to be making a good go forwards. The barrel. He's just completely caught unaware.
I think he thought it was a dropped weapon.
Yeah, potentially.
That's crazy. This round is brilliant, though, from EDG. It shows you what their best idea of being able to convert these rounds are. They've got that Viper Orb. They can always be threatening some kind of slow take through B main. But if they get in position to pop with a Jet Raze comp, they're just all over you before you even realize. Smoggy took positioning towards New Box before Neon was even thinking about having to deal with an entry player. And then Chishu is so fast into hell. Spike doesn't think about that. Doesn't even cross his mind. EDG have done what they need to get back into Split. and start that long road to the grand finals.
It's Kong taking a stand, empowering the crowd.
Look at that.
For this squad, yeah, the pathing is just sublime.
I'd say that is the bread and butter B default from EDG. You get Kong with his cloudburst pathing towards the newsstand, as Smoggy either goes to the new box or even past it in this situation.
Let's go!
And if you've watched the VODs of LEV,
Let's go!
Neon wants to teleport out of his anchor position a lot and will go over towards what he assumes is a smoke towards CT. Well, that time EDG didn't even use a smoke in spawn.
To try and earn up Smoggy's ult. Showstopper.
But I think the obvious reaction from Owner is to fight much more heavy over towards B main. And that'll work even in the rifle rounds where EDG don't need an ult orb.
Kang's here though. TP, it's a fake into the corner here. The flash is good, and Kang's just walking all the way out, but he's got that dash to get back to safety. Got a nice edge.
Good positional awareness, even when he was blinded up there.
Next up, they've got the heal in the back pockets. King has the rifle. Slight jump spot. It's the player that could potentially do something about this round.
You know the blows is going to be on heaven. Exact same spot he holds in about 90% of the rounds. Here he's going to drop into an A anchor spot, anticipating EDG gearing up for that A exec. And instead, nobody has pump faked it beautifully. He's drawn all of these defenders away from B.
I mean, they've caught a phenomenal round here. 50 seconds left. The Prowler doesn't see anything, and they've realized, wait a minute, we may have been a little too hasty in terms of the rotations, but they are getting players into position while EDG are walking up.
Oh, yeah.
B having controls there now.
It was a nice call to do the A fake, but they missed the timing on it.
Still looking towards that mid angle. Neon's going to be able to delay this for quite some time. 30 seconds left. Paranoia is there. The smoke dissipates, just want to take the timing now, but with it, Util sailing up overhead. DTP cuts it up into the corner. It is accounted for though. Nobody's straight there with it. Still that rifle player King, only the one. Backing away to Satchels. Somehow playing him into safety. 13 seconds left. Time is of the essence. EDG, they're going to get a move on. They're going to go towards his site. The plan is to go down here with no real problems. Defended in time.
They just love to make the fans sweat a little.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice call, but they missed the timing. Had to go into a full stack of bodies. Again, it's nobody, the IGL, who takes first contact. Just making sure that his players on the entry are not going to get caught. And then Spike gets put down in the floor. Ult's online.
Actually, so lucky. So lucky. 5 minutes. Why?
Whoa, hello, Smoggy. What's going on here then? Paranoia is going to be following up right behind him. That's a running back. Utilized by Sado. He's going to be able to at least absorb this ult.
Nice idea.
It evens out.
It's a fake though. They're luring blows out of his normal position.
Trying to take up space over towards the A side as a result of it.
A double fake actually. They're going back to Smoggy. Let's take a listen to EDG.
随便不用，
没人菜了，
我大人摸包着，
我在加 B 楼，
小心打死。
这个不是中路压了，
你
世界包去哪个楼行吗
我去看？B 通了，我去看 B 通了，
我去拿紧压，你们去哪个二楼？
我去拿二楼下。
我 B 通反让 B 楼了，
他以为我摸二楼了，他以为我摸二楼了。紧压吹黑了，2个
我
至少。
3秒
你们把二楼霓虹上了，
他没道具回防了，他没道具回防了，他推黑了。
我绕 B 楼了，
二楼启动了。
我摸得很慢。
有看二楼，
慢慢打，慢慢打。我玩楼8，玩时间了，玩时间了。
万是在绕远的，
我有马上2秒钟有闪光，
阳台有人，
阳台到了。
打个闪拖一下。
地方有个你 wiper。
Still left to spare, nobody's almost let himself a little bit of respite from it, but still Neon won't go down. And now he's the last one left, time ticking though. Lever being pressured, and they might have just lost the round entirely as a result of it. Nobody plays it to perfection, waits it all the way out, and King can't even escape.
What a round! So many layers to what's going on there. They ripped the showstopper off barrier because they're expecting LEV to fight for B main. That's the most obvious tactical adjustment that LEV would have made. When Smoggy gets all of that position on B, they cancel the idea of going back over towards A. Head to B, get the plant down, and then there's lurks on lurks on lurks because of that double fake setup. Nobody individually and in terms of the calling. Getting one up here. Putting the pressure back on LEV. China's Kings, they're leading by 3.
They really are. Not done yet by any measure whatsoever. That's going to be prime. Procton ready. Flash held into the hands with a refight call for LEV. Trying to get ahead of all of this. Kang finally brought down. Jenny just can't quite manage it. Rifle aim was impeccable towards the end, but that trading again earns LEV one more chance. It's King rattling out commands towards the end, rattling out support.
Anytime there's a big team fight brawl like this, we saw it on Pearl as well. LEV look more practiced. If it's a giant 5v5 fight, a big skirmish, the trading and the util does tend to favor the American squad.
One enemy remaining.
But if you create chaos, if you slip individuals into little gaps, EDG, they've got those opportunities. And if they can find a big exec, this time going over towards A, is Blow's good for it. They know where he's going to be posted.
Smoggy, he's got Judge in hand. Hold on, moving away. Forwards! Judge might have been nerfed, but not that much. Can't go straight there with a blade storm and a right click. He's going to be dismissing them completely out of his grasp. LEV peeling back and away. I know that they've lost control over this one.
Here.
Giving him control of the space inside the smoke. It's Kang just backing out. He knows the internal timer ticking. Smoke dissipates, he hears it. Sound cues. Let's go tracking.
Well, there's the Neon nerf in action.
Straight back at you.
Spike planted.
Neon can't do much about this. 1v4 EDG find their way to 11.
And this is very nice game plan from EDG. The ante, we've seen a lot of teams try to beat LEV, and they struggle a ton on the A side of the map. We've seen most teams, they know that they can get the plant down on A. So they go into A, and they end up playing in these post-plant situations that LEV are mega comfortable with. Instead, EDG are going up ramp and dominating heaven, which takes away any opportunity for LEV to play their classic retakes, where they're fast down ramp. EDG dominate that space. Kang bulldozing his way through and setting up on much more aggressive angles. It's a beautiful idea. They look very prepared for what is LEV's map pick, and an astonishingly successful map for LEV. The desk was saying, if EDG can push things towards map 4 and 5, experience, scrappiness, it could start to push things more and more in favor of the Chinese team, who's won a trophy before.
The faces on LEV currently on that stage, playing like they've realized for the first time exactly where they're playing. Seeing the same smiles, the same energy.
Well, it's also the first time we've seen them struggle strategically.
Yeah.
It was this B exec that first posed the problem. And since then, EDG have actually shown a lot of other stuff that's worked nicely. The fakes from nobody, that A-Heaven exec, and now Kang with the op. Looking to try to get a punish on Neon as he goes for that jiggle peek at default. But at some point here, as the timer ticks down and we see that Neon isn't wanting to give this peek away, they're going to have to go for the exec. And surely Kang's going to pass the op over to somebody else.
It's a good setup though from LEV. Sado, slide off angle, the path in here from the satchel forwards. Neon, he's only got a bulldog yet still. He's going to do his best. Here it is, Chichu fast onto the timing, just all the way up through mid, but that's going to be heard, LEV! It's a well-laid trap at EDG. They walk straight into it.
It's an absolute own goal from EDG. They've just done an exec with Kang opping, dashing over towards new box. Or new stand, sorry. And there's no way of recovering this 2v5.
Jenny. Smoke propped up. Something to play around. Potential to pull these players out into the open, but with Spike watching that angle, nobody's already realized it. It's the little victories that you're playing for in a round like this.
10 seconds left.
EDG, even domestically, do struggle on anti-ecos. And we've seen a lot of thrifties. Not all of them for LEV. There have been plenty on both sides. But this one, I think, is extremely avoidable. They did not have to play the round like this. When they realized that they weren't being given a pick over towards B main, it's pretty simple to just pass your operator over to somebody else at the back of the pack.
Not just that as well, just rushing into the B exec. Difference maker being Spike, Sado, Neon. They can put their full focus onto main, Because King, he had that pit up the entire time through mid.
Yeah.
Didn't have to worry about B Heaven.
It's the pressure around the map that's actually worked for nobody's calling. Slower rounds where you just let LEV have all the information are going to be a disaster. And EDG can't afford to let opportunities slip. They were in control of this game up until that anti-eco that they failed.
They still are 2 rounds ahead.
This is nice though. Again, they take B main, they put the pressure as if they're going to go for the B pop. And it's such an extremely difficult thing to stop with those double duelists that LEV have to respect it, have to pull bodies over towards B. And that means that Blows comes off his normal position. A gets a little weaker. EDG, though, have been missing the timings a bit. They've had about 20 seconds here to get over towards A, and instead nobody's calling a fake afterwards, like he's going to make it feel like it's ending A, but the spike's heading towards B.
They might not have liked that the Haunt, I don't know, the Haunt really didn't clear much over towards A Heaven.
Well, here comes a Prowler. I think nobody wants to be seen by this, to make it feel like it's going A.
Since Trailblazer now going to be used with the wall up on top of it. Just trying to pull players over towards this A side, but reinforcement's still here.
Is Smoggy going to play for the orb? He is. Showstopper online.
Now it's going to be ready and waiting. Just the one Saturday to play for. A deep dash into it, but that rocket has gone wide to the back wall. And King, Neon, they combine their might once more. Sato, who will go down, but an instant pivot TP. Hold on, evacuation.
He doesn't want it to get cancelled. He's worried about Blows.
Yeah, didn't know if he was still going to be anchoring over towards that spot, but it goes both ways. Neon has an ult of his own, reinforcing over towards the A side. 13 seconds remaining. This could be it. Playing spoiler and more. Despite picked up, immediately reclaimed, but nobody's going to be under all that pressure. They know the win cons. They're going to run him down and deny the chance for EDG to get anything more.
It's a wild round called there by nobody. Overcooked. He had a brilliant fake play set up a few rounds back. But this one, they lost control entirely.
30 seconds left.
Missed their timing to go back into A. Over-anticipated how many players would get pulled off. The thing is, LEV are never going to stack bodies on A, thinking that it's going in that direction because they're happy to play retake. They will stack bodies B on their defense side, but they're not going to pull defensive players off the B site very often. I think that round demonstrates a bit of a misunderstanding of how LEV approach their defense side, and so Autumn's going to hit the timeout. The Brain Trust pulled over from T1. Now Tastic, but it seems like they've forgotten all about that.
And no longer relying on it, leaning into it. Again, all eyes set towards this B site. Now, LEV are assuming that there's a level of conditioning here because they were stacking it heavy with players, but they hit a util. Neon in court here and there. We're going to see a Trailblazer with a Cloudburst already forwards. It does pull out the paranoia. The molly going to be used to reciprocate. Sato just wants to stun them, stop them in their tracks. But already a double dash. That is a lovely entry. Smoggy's all the way forwards. Vulnerable dub. Matters not. There's plenty more bodies where that came from right there behind it. Transfer can't be hit in time. But they don't know about this. They don't know about King.
Tucked in the smoke, 24 kills. An immovable object. An invisible object as well, by the way, the EDG started moving forwards there. But look at the adjustment. LEV have done such a good job adapting to the way that EDG want to pop into B. Neon, instead of TPing out, TP's deeper. Sato's there now for a molly on the choke. You have to get through the molly, you have to get through the snake bite, the paranoia. But surely this is the round that Autumn had crafted a plan for. They fake as if it's B control. They pull bodies away from A, and now are they going to try to hit the timing? This is the moment where nobody has been hesitant before.
11-11. It's your entire tournament on the line here for EDG. Seekers sets a path forwards once more, but that sees a connection. Slingshots Kang all the way back. Spike is all the way in forwards, but again the rifle lane blows. It's straight on top of it. The flood defense ordered up. And with the reinforcements again, they slam the door shut.
Leviathan have barreled back into this game. A match point for the Young Americas squad to clear EDG out 3-0. They knew what was coming. Spike even missed Kang in the midst of all of that, hunting it inside the cloudburst with a shorty. But EDG look out of answers. 4 in a row for LEV.
Money is all over the place. But EDG have to pull it together. They have to drag it to OT. If they want a chance to survive in this tournament, if they want a chance to go all the way.
There.
Viatan. Steady nerve being held by this squad. The difference in terms of the defense and the setup, Neon. Normally happy to play towards Pillar.
He can't be cleared by a Trailblazer. Nobody's using that one up through mid. Just trying to fake that it's not going to be a B-pop.
Immediately breaking it now, but Utah's going to be flying up towards it. This is an all-in attempt! Neon! Shuts it all down, Sano played in! And in the blink of an eye, it's all gone so damn wrong! Frantic is the energy. Desperate plays in a 2v3, but LEV not stopping whatsoever. They call for the pause, the calm before the storm. The Leviathan, it's all in the palms of their hands. Leviathan are going all the way